And in a late-night development, a Dominica court has put a stay on the deportation of Mehul Choksi till the next hearing that's scheduled to happen in some time from now at around 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time today. Now, this development comes after Choksi's lawyer filed a habeas corpus plea in the court saying that he was denied legal rights and basic rights. Mehul Choksi's lawyer made some rather sensational charges, saying that his client was severely beaten, his eyes were swollen and that he had several burn marks on his body. His lawyer went on to say that Choksi was abducted at the Jolly Harbour in Antigua and then brought to Dominica by people he believed to be Indian and Antiguan police. Mehul Choksi is an accused, remember, in the multi-crore PNB scam and has been on the run since 2018. I spoke earlier to Choksi's lawyer, Mr. Vijay Agarwal, who has claimed that Choksi was tortured by the Dominican police.
He has been permitted all legal access and legal representation. Earlier, the lawyers, after making a lot of efforts only for a number of hours, multiple hours, were not allowed to meet, and finally they could speak to him for 2 minutes. And that is when he narrated his horrifying experience that he has been forcibly taken away in a big vessel from Antigua to Dominica. And today I've also learned that when he reached Dominica, the police was already waiting for him. And then he was taken in custody and he was taken to a police station on Monday evening. The news was broken to the world on Wednesday only. So he's been in illegal custody all these times. There are a lot of torture marks on the body. Some electrical shocks were also given to him.
You have proof of this, Mr. Agarwal? You have proof of this, that he was tortured?
Very shortly, because an affidavit is to be filed of Mr. Choksi in the Dominican courts. So we will get very shortly the affidavit and the photographs of the marks on the body. And there is no medical examination. See, in India, there is a Supreme Court judgment that whenever within arrest of 24 hours, a person has to be produced in court and he has to be medically examined. And it is my personal experience in multiple cases, even when the various officers were arrested in Nirav Modi and Mehul Choksi's case, the moment we reach the court, the first question here, I mean, the judges are so nice. The first question judge asks that, Mr. Agarwal, please ask your clients that whether they have any problem with the police, have they been tortured? This is the first question every court asks. And I don't know what happened in this Dominica. So I'm making a statement with full sense of responsibility on the instructions of the family as well as the lawyer, and I'm privy to some more information that indeed Mr. Choksi was tortured. I am making a clear, I know what is it I'm saying, and he was tortured. There are bruises, there are a number of torture marks, his eye is not opening, blood is oozing out from one of his eyes. And I'm telling you this with full sense of responsibility.
So Choksi's legal team is now contending that he was denied basic legal rights of meeting with his representatives, of meeting with his lawyers. They've even said that he's been tortured. Now, they've contended that he was actually abducted from Antigua and brought to Dominica, and that's why they are saying that he cannot be deported right now. Anisha Mathur is joining us live with more details on this. Anisha, with it being clear that the strategy of Choksi's legal team is to contend that he was forcefully brought to Dominica, that he's been tortured or whatnot, what exactly is going to be the strategy of the Indian authorities as well to fight this out legally now?
Well, Akshita, the Indian authorities are going to be trying to get him back to India. Remember, we've been trying to do that since 2018 when he fled from the country and hid in Antigua. However, what is going to be important to note is what Mehul Choksi's lawyers tell the Dominican court, because at the moment, remember, he had taken citizenship of Antigua, that he has also alleged that he was illegally taken from Antigua to Dominica, and he has also alleged that he's been tortured while in custody. So all of these issues will have to be contended before the Dominican court at the moment. Yesterday's order that was passed by the Dominican court very clearly says that he has to be given access to his lawyers. That means that the court has agreed to hear this habeas corpus petition. His lawyers have in fact alleged that he was not given access to lawyers, which is a basic legal right. So with all of these issues on the table, we'll have to wait and see what happens when the Dominican court takes up this matter at 9 a.m. their time and 6 p.m. our time, because all of these issues will have to be considered. His citizenship at the moment, what exactly is his citizenship status? What exactly is the government of Antigua going to say about this? What are the allegations raised regarding his shift from Antigua to Dominica? And the Indian authorities, of course, are going to have to argue very strenuously that they've been trying to get him deported, that there is a case pending for his deportation in the Antiguan court, that there are matters pending regarding cancellation of his citizenship. All of this will have to be argued, but at the moment what has to be argued is how exactly he got to Dominica and whether he has been, whether the allegations that he's raised are correct or not.
All right, Anisha, we'll be tracking the latest update. 6 p.m. is when the next hearing is, and we'll be getting you the latest on the story. For the moment, Anisha, thank you for joining us.